everyone, welcome back to the Soulless Photography YouTube channel. Today we'll be looking at Arsenal taking on Blastcamp in one of the final matches that I have from the NXL Philly event. At least Sunday wise anyway. I have a bunch of other matches from book teams and Saturday and Friday matches, so I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with those. I might upload some if they're worth posting, but otherwise I might just make a highlight video or through the lens video like I used to do. But with NXL Chicago happening in a couple weeks, we'll be having those matches coming out, so who knows what's gonna happen with the NXL Philly footage. So usually around this time I ask you to do about 40 different things to help support the channel, you know, like, sub, comment, all that stuff. But today I'm just gonna ask you to do one thing. If you do enjoy the video at any point, just leave a like. That's all I want. If you want to do the other things, feel free to go ahead and do that. Like BTS here left me a really nice comment in the last video, so if you want to leave a comment like that, feel free to do so, or if you want to just tell me how much you hate me, that's fine too. But I respond to all comments, so if you can't take it, do not dish it out. And with all that nonsense out of the way, let's talk about the two teams playing in one of the last Philly Sunday matches I'll be uploading. Okay, first off, let's talk about Arsenal. I already posted one of Arsenal's matches on my channel, so we're not going to go too in depth with this breakdown. Arsenal has a really good roster with former pro Revo players like Kenny, Frank, Dylan Hopkins, and Stacey Smith, but everybody on that team is just as dangerous as those three players. Arsenal played one event before this in the NXL this year. They played the NXL Sunshine State Major and took 11th out of 26 at that event. Fast forward here to the NXL Mid-Atlantic Major, and Arsenal went 3-0-1 in the prelims. Then they went to the quarterfinals against Brawl, where they beat them 6-2. That's actually a match that's been up for a little bit now, so if you want to go check that out, that is up on the channel. And now here they are heading to the semifinals to play Blastcamp. When it comes to Blastcamp's roster, from what I've seen, they're a very technical sound team. Their communication is always really solid, and they just seem like a team that does a lot of drills and actually has their drills down pat. Everybody on that team has the potential to be an MVP. So similar to Arsenal, Blastcamp did not do very well at the NXL Sunshine State Major. They took 13th out of 26 teams, but they were really playing lights out at this event. They went 3-0-1 in the prelims, beating some really good teams like Aftermath and Mutiny, and then they went on to the quarterfinals where they beat Jits Crew 7-3. So now both teams are here in the semifinals with their first chance to make it to the pro field for the first and second place match. Before we jump into the footage, we're going to take a look at the NXL Philly layout one last time. As always, if you've seen this already, feel free to skip it and get right into the footage. Okay, so now let's go over the NXL Philly layout. So first off, let's talk about the breakouts. So unlike the picture here, the field itself had almost no grass on it, especially by the time Sunday came around. That made it hard for players to go to certain spots off the break. So teams in practice were going into this snake right here, and sometimes into these Doritos right here off the break. But because it was really hard to slide anywhere on this field, most teams weren't going straight in. Another problem with this layout, and it being mainly just dirt, was that anytime you moved anywhere, there was a cloud of dust behind you. So even if you made it into the snake off break, there would be a giant dust cloud behind you so everybody knew where you were. And the same thing goes for anywhere else on the field. If you went D3 off break, there would be a cloud of dust and everybody knew where you were. So it was just a little bit harder to move around. So with that being said, I think most of the time we saw a home player, a D1 player. You could vary up this guy either going here or here, this position here, and then the snake side could really vary it up. I think most of the time I saw players going here. Once they got here, they would delay and go into the snake or go up to this wedge right here. But you could also send them to the corner and then straight up, or send them into the mini W right away if your snake guy wanted to risk that and then climb into the snake from there. But this seemed like a very general breakout for most teams. So if we take a look at the D side, there's no straight line down the D side until you get up to this D3. So it really became either the home's job, this bunker, or this bunker to really hold down that D guy. But if you were a D1 player and you got here off the break and got a kill early, you really could put these players in and just go down the field. And the same thing goes for the snake side as well. If you got the wide guy off the snake side, you were pretty much able to just fly down the snake. That's a pretty general rule for paintball layouts. If you kill the wide guy, that's the side that you push. But on this layout, that rule seemed very prominent. It still played really aggressive despite the field conditions, which was nice to see. But this layout could have been so much better if we had good playing conditions. But that's it for the layout, so we're going to jump into the raw match, and I hope you guys enjoy the video.
Order! stop. No points. Game 2.